we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to ask you a ton of just hard-hitting questions that are high pressure, and there is a correct answer to every one.
I figured that's what I was walking into, so I'm prepared.
We're here with Kenli Norman with Meadowbrook Girls Basketball. And Kenli, I really appreciate you taking the time to join our podcast here this week. And I'm sure you already knew this, but I want to go back to when you scored 1,000 points before Christmas.
Okay.
I'm sure you know this, but you are only the fifth girl ever in Meadowbrook Girls Basketball history to score 1,000 points. I mean, what's it like to know that you are arguably one of the greatest players, to go through Meadowbrook Girls Basketball, and you still have half a season? I mean, you have half of your season left, and you're already one of the best players to go through the program.
It's honestly so crazy, and I actually didn't realize that there were only 4 before me until it happened and they announced it, and I was like, oh, dang. I was like, this is a pretty big deal, I guess. It's also really fun because my mom was one of the 4. She was a 1,000-point scorer. So it's like kind of cool that it's like, oh dang, I was the next one. Like, I'm about to have family bragging rights, like whatever. But no, it was a really special moment, and it's never been like my mentality. I never keep track of my stats, or I'm like, I need to score this many points, or I need to get to 1,000. So it was honestly just all around a good moment because I didn't feel any pressure to get there. I've just played basketball because I love it for the last 4 years, and everything's worked out so far just by loving the game and playing it the way I play. So pretty excited.
I was just going to ask, because I'm sure going into a game like that, when you have a chance at 1,000, the pressure can probably feel kind of weird. Like, you kind of feel pressure to get it right away. Everyone's giving you the basketball. They want you to score. But I mean, you just said you didn't feel any pressure. Obviously that was a game you guys won pretty easily, but were you just kind of out there just playing, and whenever it happened? Or did you feel like you kind of had to get it, or what?
I didn't really feel that much pressure because, honestly, me personally, I was like, it would be really nice to get it at a home game. Like, I would like to do it in our gym.
Sure.
And we went into that game, and I think I needed 9 points. Before that, the beginning of that week, I thought I was 40 points away. I had no clue that I was close. And I knew that we had 2 home games after that. So I was like, okay, if I manage to not score 9 points, then it's fine. There's no pressure. I'll just come back to the next one and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What was the moment like with your mom? Because you mentioned your mom's at that one of the 4 of the other 4. What was it like in that exact moment? You score 1,000, they stop the game, and you kind of get to share that with your mom.
It's actually really sweet. Caden Casey does a lot of good pictures and videos and stuff for you guys. He got the whole moment on camera, and I'm so happy that I'll have that forever. And you can see, so I go over, I hug my team. My sister's a freshman and she plays, so she comes and gives me my flowers. I get to hug her, and then they give me my banner, and I'm looking at it, and I look up and I'm like, where's my mom? And you can literally see me say it on the video. And she ran down, and I got to give her a hug, and she just told me how proud she was of me. She was like, go, have your moment, whatever. And it was a lot of fun. It was really special. She supported me more than I could ask for in everything that I do. So it was just really sweet.
Did you know they were going to stop the game when you hit 1,000, or did you have an idea of that? Did you want them to stop the game? I guess, what was that like? Because I'm sure that's kind of weird.
It was. If you ever see the video, it I make the shot and everybody kind of goes crazy, and I just start walking back to the bench because what do you do after that? And I knew that they would stop it. I knew Coach Miles would call a timeout. I didn't really know what the proceedings were. They had given me my banner, and then I was looking at the crowd. I literally told our crowd thanks, and then I go to go start talking to my team, and they're like, Kenli, turn around. And there's camera people trying to get my picture. There's people holding up signs. I really just felt I don't know. It was so weird because knowing that all eyes were on me, but also we go out and we play every time and everybody's just watching, so it really wasn't any different.
Right. Well, it's also weird because what if that's a big spot in the game? It's 4th quarter, 2 minutes left, and you tie the game with that shot or something, and it's you're gonna stop. Are you gonna stop the game then?
Yeah.
It's a weird spot, and not that you don't want to be recognized for it, but it's do you also want to disrupt the flow of the game also? You know what I mean? But luckily it was in a game where you guys won pretty easily and not as much pressure on the situation. But enough about you. Obviously you're awesome, but I want to talk about your team because you guys have won 2 games in a row to start 2024. You've got Maysville and Cambridge up next. Obviously Cambridge, a team up north, that rivalry. Whenever you see that on the schedule, obviously you play to win every game. You want to win every game the rest of the way. But when you see Cambridge on the schedule, does everything else just like not matter at that point? And it's like, we just got to beat Cambridge. It doesn't matter how we do it. It doesn't matter what way, how we do it. We just got to beat them. And that's the focus when you see them on the schedule.
Cambridge is always a big game, and especially like once I got into high school, like Meadowbrook girls basketball was really just the program was kind of like not in the best shape. Like, I hadn't really had like a solid team or anything. And so coming out and like working towards that, they beat us my freshman year. I think we split with them my sophomore year, but then to like come back and beat them for the first time in I don't know how many years, and especially with Coach Miles being new to the coaching staff, and he came from Cambridge, so I was like, this is
Mm-hmm.
personal for you too.
Right.
So definitely we try to take it just one game at a time. Like, we're focused on Maysville right now. We'll practice based on that for the next couple days. But Cambridge is definitely different. Even walking into that gym, it's just like there's just something in the air. So
Right. Yeah. You
ready to
can
go get
feel
after
the
it.
energy.
Yes.
You can, and obviously there's no love lost between both sides.
No.
So
Never.
yeah, that's fun. So after this season, what's next for you? Are you planning to maybe play ball at the next level in college? I mean, other sports, like, I don't know if you play other sports as well. Like, maybe what's your thought process as you? I mean, obviously you want to get through the season and get through the rest of the school year, but what have you thought about when it comes to, college next year for you?
I'm definitely very interested in playing in college. I would love to. And I also, it's just so weird. Like, I couldn't imagine finishing, like, playing our last game this season and that being, like, my last basketball game ever. I just,
Mm-hmm.
that's like, it's not my whole life, but it's just something that I'm so passionate about. And it's always been, like, my love. I don't know where I want to go to college. Everybody around me is probably more stressed about my college decision than I am. I just know that if I plan on going to play somewhere, like, I'm gonna focus on my season at hand first, because that will kind of get me out there, I guess, and determine where I want to go. I'm planning on going to school for education. I want to be a teacher. I want to teach high school English. So definitely focus more on like the academic side of it first. And even with my mom
Right.
and like, basketball being so big, she tells me, she's like, I know you love basketball, but like, it doesn't have to be the only thing. Like, you do what's gonna make you happy. Do what you want to do. Like, you're going to school for your education. Figure all that out first. So I guess we'll see. I had a visit at Mount Union. I've talked to some other schools to go schedule some visits and stuff. Talk to some coaches. So it's looking pretty good so far. But like I said, I'm just really focused on this season and giving it all I have here first.
As you should. Yeah, that's fair. But I really appreciate you taking, 5, 6, 7 minutes to talk some basketball here today. And you got out of school and, we talked some ball for a few minutes. Really fun. But appreciate you taking the time. Good luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully you guys can make some noise in the tournament this year. And, just best of luck the rest of the way. You're an awesome player. And I really appreciate you joining our podcast. So
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. And I appreciate everything you guys do. So thank you.